All right, yeah, welcome back to my channel. This is the solution. My name is Francis. All right, in this video, in today's class, we'll treat on the break statements, the continue statements, and the past statement. That is some statements in Python. We are going to drill on statements in Python like the break statement, continue, and then the past statement. All right. So the break statement. The break statement breaks out of the innermost enclosing for loop or while loop. The break statement is always used on a loop to break or for stop an iteration once a starting condition is true. It is always used on a loop to break or for stop a certain iteration once a certain condition is true. All right. Okay, you can think about the break statement this way. Assuming you are given a container. Okay, assuming you are given a container which contains different kinds of fruits, and you are asked to search if banana is in that container. Now, what do you have to do? You have to be bringing out the fruits in that container one after the other till you get to banana. Now, after you must have gotten to banana, there's no more need to keep on bringing out other fruits because they are not useful. Because at the moment, they're not needed. Okay, there's no more need to keep on bringing out other fruits because at that moment they are not useful because they are not needed. All right. So this is exactly how the break statement works. This is exactly how the break statement works. We use the break statement to stop looping through maybe a list if we found what we are looking for. Just like when you are giving that container to check if banana is right inside there. And once you keep on bringing out the fruits one after the other and you get to banana, there's no more need to keep on bringing out others because at the moment you don't need them. So once you get banana, forget about other fruits inside that container. So don't bring out anymore. That is what the break statement does. In the loop, while looping through a list or through anything else, while looping through, once a certain condition, what you're looking for, you have got it. It will just stop the iteration right there. It stop the iteration right there. It will forget about other ones. That's what the break statement does. For example, here we are giving an example to exit a loop when s is banana. Exit a loop when s is banana. We set a variable called fruits and then assign some fruits to it, like the apple, banana, and like apple, orange, banana, and cherry. And we want to exit a loop when the s is banana. Here we say for s in fruits, print s. Once we print s, we got this value. Okay, we get apple, orange, banana, and cherry. This is the list of the fruits in that container. Okay, that's the list of fruits in that container. So we get apple, banana, and cherry. All right. Now we set the condition. If x is banana, break the loop. Right? If s is banana, break the loop. So our question says if exit the loop when s is banana. So if s is banana, break the loop. So what happens here is that it comes down here and says for s in fruit, print s. The x itself is a variable that contains the iteration. All of the iteration are stored in s. So it keeps on printing all of the iteration from the first to the last. And then we set a condition that says once you find banana, stop printing others. So it checks, it will print apple, orange, and once it prints banana, it will stop and continue with other block of code, but it will break out of that iteration. All right. So this is the value we got once we print banana. Once it finds banana, it will print out apple, orange, and banana. This is the value we get right there. Okay. So here are more examples on the break statement. It says exceed the loop when I is equals to 3. So right here we assign the value called I, and then we created a variable called I and assign 1 to it. So right here we use the while loop to check if this condition is true. We said while I is less than 6, print I. So I is 1 and 1 is always less than 6. It will keep on printing 1. It will print 1. Then it will return back because it is a loop. It will return back to the loop and check if I is less than 6. If I is less than 6, it will print another one. It will print another one. Then it will come back here and then go back to the loop, recheck it again. And if I is still less than 6, it will print another one. And then loop again, go back again, and check if I is less than 6, it will print another one. So this will turn to an infinite loop. It will keep on printing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It will keep on printing 1, 1, 1. without end, because I is always less than 6. The condition is always true. And once it's always true, it will keep on printing 1, 1. Like right here, you can see it's printing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It will keep on printing 1 because it is always true. What happens there is that it keeps on looping. It will come back here and check if this is true. If this is true, it will print this and then return back again and check if it is true. If it is true, it will print this again and come back again and check. This is what it will keep on doing forever because it is a loop. It will keep on looping forever. Okay, so we are asked to break the loop if I is 3. Now I cannot be 3 because I is always 1 except we set a certain condition. All right, so right here we set if I equal to 3, break the program. All right, if I is equal to 3, break the program. Now this is the if statement we use to check this. I is 1 and if it's equal to 3, break the program. If it is not equal to 3, forget about this block of code, then continue. And then what is that you will continue? Right here we set a variable called, we added 1 to the variable called I, which is by saying I plus equals to 1, which simply means I equals to I plus 1. Okay, I equals to I plus 1. This is what this thing simply means. So we just say I plus equals to 1 simply means add 1 to I. All right, so that's what that means. So once this block of code checks this and I is not up to 3, it will come down here and run this program. Now once it runs this program, it is add 1 to I and I becomes 2. So once I is 2, the thing will loop again and come back here and check if I is less than 6. Now I is 2 and 2 is less than 6. Once 2 is less than 6, it will print 2. Okay, the earlier it's printed 1. Second time it's this second time now it will print 2. Then right here it will check if I is equal to 3. I is 2 and 2 is not equal to 3. So it will to break the program. It will come down here and add 1 to 2 to I. Right, it will add 1 to I and I is 2. Once you add 1 to it, it becomes 3. So right here it goes back again to the loop to check again, and once it's checked, it check if I is less than 6. I is 3, 3 is less than 6, so it will print 3 and then come down here and check if I is equal to 3. Now I is 3, 3 is equal to 3, so this block of code here will be executed and this will break the program. That's the work of the break. It will break the program and this line of code here will not be executed anymore. Now once you run the program, this is what you will get. You get this, right? You get 1, 2, 3. All right, that is what you will get. You get 1, 2, 3 on the program. So that is how this one works. So you can understand this more. Okay, to understand this more, we can say maybe you wrote a statement to the police. Okay, you made a statement to the police against Mr. Michael and it was a criminal case. The police went through your statement and it was true. Mr. Michael was found guilty for the criminal case. All right, now Mr. Michael will be tagged as a criminal and will be kept in the police custody. Okay, except the condition, except the statement is false. Mr. Michael will be tagged as a criminal and be kept on the police custody except the statement is false. All right, once the statement is false, they will release him. But once it is not false, Mr. Michael will be tagged as a criminal and he will remain there in the police custody. All right, let us understand this way. Here is a clear illustration of what I'm saying about Mr. Michael, the statement, and the police. All right. So right here, this is the variable, and this variable will save it to be the Mr. Michael. He is a Mr. Michael. Okay, because this contains what we are looking for. So this is Mr. Michael, and this is the stolen item. Okay, Mr. Michael has this value on him. Okay, so Let's take this to be the police. Okay, the while loop to be the police which the statement was submitted to. Remember that this while loop is the one that gives the condition, that holds all the condition, right? So let's take this to be the police, and now this should be the statement you wrote to the police. All right, so this is a statement you wrote to the police, and this is the police. Now police will check your statement and see if this statement is true. Once this statement is true, all this block of code will be executed. All right, all the block of code will work. So right now we take this to be police, and this is the condition. Now the police checks this condition and see if this condition is true. If this condition is true, they will print guilty, and Mr. Michael will be put to prison. Okay, Mr. Michael will be jailed. This is Michael. Okay, this is Mr. Michael, and he is right here in the enclosing bracket. Simply means, we are just explaining it in this way. Simply means he is in the prison yard. He will be kept there. He will be kept there. All right, because this condition remains true. Because this condition remains true. Once this condition remains true, Mr. Michael will always be guilty. It will keep on printing guilty, 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 guilty. So Mr. Michael will be kept in the prison. He will be kept here. He cannot escape it. Just like when we said if I is less than 6, print I. So right here we just added print guilty I. So I is always less than 6. It will keep on printing I. So Mr. Michael will remain here. He will be in prison. He will remain there. So after that, let's say that Mr. Michael went and hired a lawyer, and this is the lawyer. The if statement is the lawyer that will have to rejudge the case. Okay, this is the lawyer, and then Mr. Michael presented a statement to his lawyer, and this is the statement he presented to the lawyer. This is the Mr. Michael's statement. Okay, now this is the lawyer. The lawyer has to check if Mr. Michael's statement is true. If Mr. Michael's statement is true, the lawyer will help to release Mr. Michael by executing the break statement. Okay, if Mr. Michael's statement is true, the they will bail Mr. Michael out. Okay, this code here will execute and bail Mr. Michael out. But if this condition, if this statement, Mr. Michael's statement remains false, the lawyer cannot bail him out by using the break. The lawyer cannot break him out. That cannot bail him out, except Mr. Michael's statement here was true. If the statement here is true, then they will present the case to the police and then break this and bail Mr. Michael out. Now, at the moment, this is how everything is working here. This is how everything is working here. Like, this is Mr. Michael, this is a stolen item, this is the police, this is a statement. And once this statement remains correct, remains true, Mr. Michael will be in jail. This will keep on printing guilty one, guilty one, guilty one, guilty one, guilty one, guilty. It keep on printing guilty one. So nothing can break this thing out. Nothing can bring it out except the break. Only break can stop this iteration. Nothing can stop this iteration. So only break can stop it. So Mr. Michael has to hire a lawyer, and the lawyer will present a statement to the lawyer, and then the lawyer is the one that can provide this break statement that will bail Mr. Michael out. So right here, the lawyer incremented one. He added one to Mr. Michael. Okay, as a lawyer, he brought his wisdom and added one to Mr. Michael, making Mr. Michael 2 in order to get this value. So they will bail Mr. Michael out. Remember that the while loop works only if the condition is true. If the condition is false, the while loop cannot work. So this is the police. They can only return Mr. Michael only if this statement is true. If this statement is false, they will release Mr. Michael. So that is why Mr. Michael hired his lawyer. Once this statement here is true, then this won't function again. They will bail Mr. Michael out. So this is what the break statement does in Python. All right, so let's make a clear understanding here on PyCharm. We said I is equals to 1, and then we choose the while loop while I is less than 6. Print I. Okay, then here we stated, okay, first let us print this. I will got infinite loop when we run this. Okay, you can see here we are getting 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. This is infinite loop. It will keep on printing I, like when we said about, let me stop this. Like when we said about Mr. Michael, he will remain there in jail. Nothing can bring it out. Okay, nothing can bring it out. So it will keep on printing 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Nothing will bring it out. Okay. Now that's what we are saying about Mr. Michael. And once they have arrested him, he will remain there in the prison. Okay, nothing can bring him out. Okay, so we said if we use the if statement to bail him out, that is when he hired a lawyer. If I is equal to 3, print, let us add the little bit printers, maybe not guilty. Maybe not guilty, then we print the value I. Here let us add guilty. This block of code will execute when I is guilty. All right, so while I is less than 6, print guilty I. It will keep on printing guilty I. But if I is equals to 3, print not guilty. Like when we run this program now, it will keep on printing guilty 1, guilty 1, guilty 1, because I remains guilty. Mr. Michael remains guilty, so he will remain here. Nothing will stop it except when he had hired this lawyer that will come to bail him out. All right, so, and the lawyer cannot bail him out because I remains 1. Only one value was stored on I. Okay, so now we increment it by saying I plus equals to 1. Okay, I plus equals to 1. So before that, let us add a break statement. Break this, then let's take this a bit back. All right, so if I is equals to 3, print not guilty, then break the program. But if not, come down here and print I plus equals to 1. Don't print it, sorry, add 1 to I. Okay, add 1 to I simply means 1 plus the value of I. That's what this means. 1 plus the value of I, and the value of I is 1. We have only one value stored in I, so if you plus another one to it, it becomes 2 values stored in I. All right, so this is what works. Now if I should run the program, what happens here is that I have already explained it here, but once I run the program, it will check this value. If this is true, then it will print you are guilty and remain here. Then you use the if statement to check if this value here is true. If this value is not true, then they will come down here and add 1 to it until this value is true, that this block of code will be executed. All right, so now if I should run this program, now we have guilty 1, guilty 1, guilty 1, then the third one not guilty. You understand? He was kept in the prison for the first time, for the second time, for the third time. On that same third time, he was released. Guilty 3, not guilty 3. So when he was not guilty, then he was released and everything stopped. But once I remove this break and maybe this statement here, once I remove this block of code here, once I remove this block of code here, I will remain guilty. Keep on printing guilty, 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 guilty. Like, okay, let me remove this. Okay, now once I run this, let's see what will happen. Guilty till 6. Okay, because we have 6 values here. What if we have 100? I run the program, it says you are guilty or you are guilty from 1 till 99. Okay, so this is how everything works. We can use true statement to execute the block of code. Now when I run this, it will give me an infinite loop. As you can see what's happening right there. Let me stop the program. Okay, and raise this up. Now we have it have counted by these thousands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It have counted by just in few minutes. Just in few minutes, it has counted by 249,314 just by incrementing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But rather it started from we can't even go to the uppermost one. Rather from where we started right here, started from 100 and 181,000, right, till infinite. It will keep on going down, or if at all I didn't stop the program, it will keep on going down. So once I have stopped the program, it will stop. I can equally stop the program right here by saying if I is equal to maybe 2500 break. All right, now once I run the program, it gives me an infinite loop till 2500, duty till 2500. Then after 2500, the program has to stop. It started from 1. You can see there from 1 to it started counting from 1 till up to 2500. You can see that right there. So the break statement breaks out of the loop. Like when we remove the break statement, when we remove this condition, it keeps on giving us an infinite loop, an endless loop. It will keep on counting forever. It will count forever. But once, because of the presence of the break statement and that condition that was stated, it will end the program there. So this is a clear understanding of how break statement works in Python. If there is any other thing you need to understand on this part, please leave a comment on the comment section, and I promise you I will guide you all through on that. And also subscribe to my channel. All right.